Hi, this is Steve Garland, head wrestling coach at the University of Virginia, giving my weekly Virginia Wrestling video newsletter. This week, I just wanted to quickly recap our past weekend. We lost to NC State on Friday night. We'll start there. Crazy match. They're a really good team. I think we knew that going into it, and I think they showed that. Just some of the matches to give you more sort of a deeper look into what actually happened in some of the bouts. At 149 right off the bat, that's what we drew. That's where we started at 149. And Sam Krivas looked awesome. I mean, I think he had 2 or 3 takedowns, probably 3 takedowns, and was wrestling great. And he was winning the whole match. And late in the third period, he got in on another shot off a re-attack, fell into the young man from NC State, who's actually a really good scrambler, one of the better defensive wrestlers in the country, and fell into a position called a crackdown. And that's that kid's best position. And he hit what I call a shovel. I don't know what you call it, but it's a roll through, and he puts. Not only did he take Krivas down off his own shot, he ended up putting to his back, and that was the match. And so we felt like for 6 minutes and 30 seconds, Sammy did great, but he didn't finish it off. But he rebounded well on Sunday, and I'll get to that. And then, the match with Hidlay's ranked 3rd in the country. He's an absolute hammer. Our guy Fred Green was 14-10 with him going into the third period, and then Hidlay turned it on and put us to our back a couple times and blew the match. But I mean, it was a really cool match to see for those first 2 periods. Fred was scrappy and typically does what he does. I mean, he's had a lot of crazy matches like that for us already this year. We won at 165. Andrew Atkinson did a great job beating a ranked opponent. Stayed the course, ended up getting a takedown and a ride out to win at the end. Really proud of him. And then, from there, we really didn't wrestle well after that. We kind of wrestled reacting to the other guy. Now, don't get me wrong. Again, credit to NC State. Their guys are really good, and their guys are tough, and they're well coached. And so they did a great job. Then we went into, heavyweight was actually a pretty good match again until late in the third, so we definitely didn't finish that one well. And then at 25, we came back, got almost a tech fall at 25. Louis Hayes looked awesome, and 33 was a really strange match. I mean, Jack Mueller got taken down off a crazy scramble in the first and reversed his opponent right back, so it's 2-2. He rides him out, almost turns him twice. Felt like we had a really good set of momentum. In the second period, though, we got ridden out, and Jack knows Jack's an elite guy, and he's not okay with any position getting beat in, but that's obviously not something that he's going to be okay with or we're going to be okay with. And so third period comes, and still we think we're fine, and we end up getting the young man shot. Jack actually got hurt, tried to call the injury time. It didn't happen. He ended up getting put 2-2. So a 4-point move blows open that match. And I'm proud of Jack for the way he fought the rest of the way, though. There's only short time left in the third. I think there's a minute left, and he hit a cement job, a left side headlock. He hit a chin whip. I mean, he did absolutely everything he could to get the farm back and get that win. And the young man from NC State did a great job of not letting that happen, of wrestling through positions. So great learning lesson for Jack, and he came back great on Sunday as well, and I'll get to that. And we ended the match at 141 with, in my opinion, one of the best wrestlers in any weight class in the country in Jack. And he used to have battles with George DiCamillo and other guys, so we've seen him for years, and so we lost there. Definitely was a rough feeling. Not a lot was said. We didn't say a word to our team that night. We packed up the vans. We got to the hotel. Next day we meet as a team, and I told the guys very simply this. Some of you guys, we want to keep this simple. We want to build each other up, come together, and encourage each other. Negativity is not going to help anything. We want to very simply do 3 things. 1, we need to relax. We need to relax. Some of you guys are putting way too much pressure on yourselves. You guys, and there's just things going on that don't need to be. You're hanging on, weights are on your shoulders that don't need to be there. Number 2, and I'm not going to get in detail, but I think you guys read between the lines. Some of our guys need to relax. Number 2, we need to focus. Some of the guys, my guys, were focused on the wrong things before, during, and after matches. They need to focus, and what's going to help focus? By controlling what they can control and doing what they do. So in other words, my guys, certain guys, you got things you do well, you focus on that. You don't worry about what the other guys do, and you focus on what you're going to be doing. So those 3 things, we came together as a group. We had a great meeting. We had a great workout at Old Dominion. We drove 3.5 hours up to Old Dominion. Great practice. Come in the next day, and our guys showed up. Sunday was the best they've looked all year. They were together. They competed in such a way. It was absolutely positive, phenomenal experience. It was the best I felt after doing it all season. Right off the bat, even though Fred Green lost very close to a highly ranked guy, Larry Early, he I'm not trying to be a jerk here, but I felt like he got his opponent really tired. I thought he did a great job of just fighting and fighting and fighting. And it's an example I told the team, even when you lose, the way you compete matters. That set the tone for the rest of the dual meet. On both sides, I think. That set the tone for the rest of the dual meet. And at 65, we get a major decision with Atkinson. 74, Will Shaney gets one of his better wins of the season, beating an incredibly talented Sheldon Wright, I believe is his name. He's a I apologize if I messed up that young man's name, but he's a stud. I've seen him for years. He's an unbelievable athlete. He's had a great season according to his record in the season record form, and Shaney goes out and guts out a win, and we just keep rolling. That 97, Jay responds with almost a technical fall. And then at just putting up points from everywhere. It was great. 25, Louis Hayes comes back, beats a ranked guy, and again, he was losing the whole match, comes back, starts chipping away, before you know it, he's up by 3, and he wins. And then Jack Mueller, again, I talked about how he responded. He just completely responded. I mean, he came. This young man, Richardson from Old Dominion, would transfer from Penn. Has had a great career. This guy lost in overtime last week or 2 weeks ago to the 8th ranked guy in the country. So this guy's not chopped liver. And Jack went out and got a major decision and controlled the whole match, and fought through an injury. That same, he got injured again in that match and was able to come back and win 10-1, I believe, 9-1. So just really proud of him for the way he rebounded. Proud of our team for the way they rebounded. We end up losing again at 41, but then at 49, Sam Krivas comes out and dominates another very good wrestler. Again, I think that guy's had a great season. I think he's 15-6 on the year, and Sammy went out and won, I believe, 11-0. So again, that's why I talked about Krivas rebounding. A lot of our guys just rebounding, and that's what you want to see as a coach, is how do they respond. And I felt like they responded great, and I was really proud of them. And hopefully that momentum builds us into this weekend, which is the last thing I'll say quickly, is we got a really tough road to hoe again. I think Duke's got the best team they've ever had, since I've been the coach here at least, collectively. They've got their heavyweights ranked, I believe, 3rd in the country. Oh man, 57-pounders ranked in the top 10, 65 and 74 both nationally ranked, and and their 97-pounders really tough. We've seen him before, so we got our work cut out for us. We need our guys to respond again and show up. We need to continue to stay together as a team and keep dealing with the injuries and keep control what we can control, relax, have fun, and be grateful for every opportunity we have. So that's what we're looking forward to this weekend, and I'll keep you up to speed on everything else. Go Hoos.